Well, in other car news, Cadillac confirms the fourth vehicle to join its expanding global electric vehicle portfolio. Here with the details is our in-house car guy, Yahoo Finance's Pras. Subramanian. I don't even know how to follow that, but let's talk about Cadillac and this offering here.
Yeah, the entry-level Optiq, as it's known, the entry-level Cadillac is here. Sort of like, I believe, the size of the Chevrolet Equinox EV, which is their entry-level, small-size, Ultium-based EV. I reached out to Cadillac about they wouldn't confirm or deny whether it was the Equinox size, but I believe it is. So that Equinox EV was going to cost around $40,000-ish. So I'm assuming this Optiq, the entry-level Cadillac, will cost maybe around $50,000. They already have the Lyriq out right now, which is a bit larger, and that costs around $60,000. So I think that's where that Optiq will slot in, and it is the same size as the Model Y, and it'll probably compete in that space, in that small crossover EV area. So one thing I want to note, though, is that in China, there's a similar model that came out. It's powered by cheaper LFP batteries and two motors, or one, depending on how you want the configuration. I'm not sure if that'll happen here in the States, but it gives you an idea of how they might cut costs there for that car.
It's interesting, just a broader question, Pras, I'd love to get your take on. These kind of broader questions about the EV market, kind of where it is and where it's headed. Like, there's a good piece in the Journal today talking about, sales plateauing, inventories piling up, folks are slashing their prices like Tesla. When you talk to analysts, where do they see the market headed from here?
I think big picture overall, we are going to go EVs at some point. It's going to happen. Just may not happen as soon as people thought. 2030 was that year that we were thinking of. At least the Biden administration wants half the cars to be EVs. That may happen, but it's still a ways away, and there's a lot of challenges with pricing and infrastructure. I think pricing right now is the biggest issue. A lot of people can charge at home, so it's not that big of a deal to not have a charger away from, for us, it's different living in the city. But I think that's the big issue, is can you get cheaper cars here? And the Cadillac Optiq is going to be one of those.
And how have the other Cadillac EV models sold, first of all? And secondly, we talk so much about Tesla and Ford and GM, but like Hyundai has a bunch of EV and plug-in hybrids. VW's got, those seem to be gaining some traction as well. So what does the fuller landscape look like?
GM has been sort of late to the game because they wanted to develop that Ultium platform, and they haven't had that many Lyriq sales. I think only a few thousand as of to date, and that's the only EV they have. The other EV they have is through Cadillac. Right. And GM has sort of delayed a bit of their Silverado EV sales. Right now, they're only selling the work truck, which is like a pro model. But you're absolutely right. Volkswagen, they've been going pretty hard with their ID4 and cars like that. Hyundai and its sister brand Kia, really killing it from like a volume point of view, car point of view, well-reviewed cars. They just put out a new Ioniq 5N, which is like a sporty electric EV at the LA Auto Show. It looks great. People love that car. It can also do bi-directional charges. You can charge like stuff in your house. These guys are really doing it in terms of.
To me, that's like the stealth
volume.
thing that is not getting as much attention, because we talk about Tesla all the time.
Right, and I know you guys talk about that Amazon thing that they did with the partnering with them to sell cars. So that they're definitely moving the needle there with the mass appeal, mass sort of selling of cars, EVs in this country.
All right, Pras, thank you for joining us, sir.